Oh boy. God damn it, Nintendo. You did it again.
You can't keep getting away with it!
It's the PS5 all over again, folks. I was prepared for it. I expected it. I braced for impact. I set expectations as low as possible, and still, somehow, Nintendo managed to screw me. Or screw us. Sony is like neutral evil. Microsoft is kind of chaotic good. And Nintendo, make no mistake about it, is lawful evil. And holy hell, am I getting tired of them. Now, as some of you have no doubt guessed, today's episode will be covering the final unveiling of the Switch 2 and upcoming games, and I'm not gonna lie to anyone, it's gonna be rough. If you, like me, also need help because you are in hell, please support the channel, like, comment, and subscribe, and if you're truly, utterly, irredeemably mad, you can tip us on Patreon or by becoming a member of the channel. Links, as always, are down below. But now, without any further dissembling, we must once again get deep inside. As some of you know, I like my dessert first, so we will start out with the good stuff, because there is good stuff, make no mistake about it. Not nearly as much as I would have preferred, but still enough so that we can have just a little bit of fun. Note to Nintendo fanboys here, you will not like this video, so if you're not here to just leave comments questioning my parentage and such, without watching the video, you can click off now, lest your safe space be rudely invaded by my dumb ass. Okay, is everyone good? Great. Onwards. First, let's not get it twisted. Mario Kart World looks fantastic. I mean, it looks fucking awesome. I love Mario Kart, as any sane person does, so I'm excited for this. I can't wait. Metroid Prime 4, despite looking like a GameCube game, still looks like it'll be awesome. I love the original Prime trilogy, I love the Prime remaster, so I have every reason to expect that I will also love Prime 4 as well, whenever it ends up coming out, despite its suspiciously GameCube-looking presentation. And speaking of GameCube, the addition of GameCube games to Nintendo Online is super sick, if a bit late. F-Zero GX, I am looking at you, baby. And if I'm being generous, the new Donkey Kong game also looks pretty decent as well. I will take it. It's no Mario, but again, I will take it. The Bravely Default remaster also looks good enough so that I will almost forgive that absolutely insane bait and switch that they pulled off with it. There is simply no world in which I believe they were not fucking directly with those of us expecting that Final Fantasy IX remake. God, I hate you, Square Enix. And no, the FF7 remake Part 1 from 5 years ago does not make up for it. Shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up for a second, please.
Now, on to the system itself. So first off, as we know, the screen is much bigger, thank God. 7.9 inches to be exact, and while it's not OLED, it is mercifully a full 1080p, supporting up to 120 frames per second, and HDR10, I believe. I know some people wanted an OLED, but if it saves battery life, I'm honestly fine. It is strange to put out a Switch 1 version with an OLED only to regress and go backwards with the Switch 2, but again, whatever, I rarely play in handheld mode anyway, so personally, I'm not really going to be affected by it. I am sure, however, that there will be people that are absolutely infuriated about this, and kind of rightfully so. They did manage to up the dock output to 4K though, a standard considered acceptable by the ancient and primitive peoples of 2020, so I suppose that's good. We also got an upgrade from the pathetically anemic, even by 2017 standards, base 32 gigabytes to 256. I'd say that's probably the absolute bare minimum, but at least we got it. We don't call them bare minimum Nintendo for nothing after all. We also got some USB-C ports, a fun little camera, mouse functions on the Joy-Cons, which, again, while cool, I can't really imagine I'd opt for using that over simply playing a game on PC, but again, still pretty cool if we're being fair, and we are. The big hidden feature behind the mysterious, much discussed C button was revealed as well, and guess what it does? It's a Discord, but worse button. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Wow. You press it and it puts you in your own little Discord, except with much less people and terrible frame rates. What? Personally, I cannot fathom why anyone would want that, but I am admittedly an old fuck, so maybe that's appealing to kids, I don't know. Lastly, and most importantly perhaps, they are dropping on June 5th for $449.99. cents, which is both sooner than I expected and for around the amount I guessed, so that's great too, no problems. Though admittedly that is assuming that the current US regime's tariffs don't make prices great again by adding $200 or so to that number. And though I am loath to talk about politics here, I must point out that those tariffs instituted by the current God Emperor of the formerly free states of the USA have now caused Switch 2 pre-orders to be delayed indefinitely from their previous date of April 9th. I'm sure they'll get it sorted out eventually, but when is the question. Whether or not you think all that is good, I guess, is up to your personal political leanings, but my opinion is that delayed pre-orders and a potential price hike of $200+ is bad. Yes, bad. So, that's the good stuff. So far, all in general, it's fine by my reckoning. Nothing blew me away, nothing really shocked me too much. It was all about what I think most of us were pretty much expecting, especially given the leaks in Nintendo's previous announcement video. So, all well and good. Now though, we must address the disappointments. Guys, maybe this is embarrassing to say, but I was so excited for this. Maybe that was my first mistake. Like, what crazy surprises would we get? I was hoping for perhaps foolishly, an HD 2D Chrono Trigger remake, a Halo Master Chief Collection, a Stealth Oblivion remake drop, perhaps? Finally, an official Wind Waker port, perchance to dream Twilight Princess?
As if.
What I did not expect was an $80 Mario Kart. What I did not expect was Zelda Switch 2 versions being paywalled. Even Sony didn't do that, for fuck's sake. I know we expect Nintendo to be the weird one and do the weird stuff, but I don't think anyone expected them to just be insane, which is what this shit is. It is madness. You think I'm paying $80 for Mario Kart or for a Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild and its Tears of the Kingdom DLC? You are out of your mind, Nintendo. To be clear, I'm sure some people will, it's just not gonna be me. Probably not many of you either, if I had to guess. So, just a brief recap so far, they want to charge extra for upgraded versions of games you already own. They are charging different rates for physical versus digital copies. It's not even close to 100% backwards compatible with the Switch 1 library. They are charging you for a digital instruction manual. They have 2 first-party launch window titles. One, a ridiculous but admittedly kind of cool-looking Donkey Kong game, isn't even technically a launch title, as it doesn't drop till almost 6 weeks after the system itself does. And the other, the one first-party launch title they do have, is Mario Kart, which starts at $80. Starts at $80. And that doesn't even include a fucking box. Thanks for getting the ball rolling on that, Nintendo. I appreciate you. I'm sure no other publisher will take advantage of you pulling that particular band-aid off. We all knew that someone was going to be pushing game prices higher in the coming months and years. I just don't think any of us really thought it was going to be Nintendo leading that charge. I mean, shit, I told you GTA 6 was going to be $100. I just didn't think Nintendo was going to be the one helping it get there. I don't know, guys. I'm just not really sure that pricing regular customers completely out of the video gaming hobby altogether is such a good idea. Like, people can't buy eggs, but we're asking $80+ for fucking Mario Kart? And that's not even counting the tariffs, which our lovely big beautiful boy president so kindly just threw on everything. Yo, we are cooked, guys. I don't know how else to say it. I'm fortunate enough to have a modded Switch 1, so you can bet your ass I'm going to be pirating every single one of those games that get put out on both platforms, as I recommend all of you who have the ability to do so do as well. But as for everyone else, this is fucking chaos. Oh, but don't you click that downvote button yet. We are not even done. Let's talk Metroid Prime 4 just for a moment. It's been in development for quite a while, right? First trailer was shown off last year, I believe. Maybe you, like many of us, figured it was being held back to be used as a Switch 2 launch title. Understandable, makes sense, right? Not to Nintendo! Prime 4 not only isn't a launch title, but it doesn't even have a release date yet. I'm sorry, that's inexcusable. Not making the actual system launch date, that sucks, but alright, shit happens. But not even having a release date, I'm sorry, no. And that's not even the worst of it. The worst of it, I think, and this is just my opinion here, but I hazard to guess that many of you will agree with me. Where in the goddamn fuck is my new Mario game? Huh? Where is it? I'm sorry, Donkey Kong does not count. It looks fun, sure, but a Mario game it is not. You guys couldn't even be bothered to shit out an Odyssey sequel, though. In fairness, Wonder was awesome. And now it's been almost 8 years and not even a hint of the next 3D Mario game? Not even a tease? Just, what in the Christ is Nintendo thinking? Well, to be honest, they're probably thinking that Mario Kart is enough to sell the system by itself, and sadly, they're probably right. Every new system launch needs a quote-unquote killer app. The first Switch had Breath of the Wild, the Wii had Twilight Princess, and this one has Mario Kart. It's not a 3D Mario game, but Nintendo is clearly betting it'll be enough, and I think they're right. Again, let's not get it fucked up. As I mentioned earlier, this is not an all doom and gloom situation. Cyberpunk on Switch 2? Awesome. Elden Ring? Fantastic. Borderlands 4? Great. Provided they actually run well and do not look like DLSS slop, I'll definitely opt to get those titles on a hybrid portable instead of a couch-locked traditional console. All good. But, guys, you didn't even hit the easy wins. Where's GTA 5? The Oblivion remake? Not a single Xbox game, despite all those leaks? No Assassin's Creed even? A single Final Fantasy release? Now, obviously I'm not a big fan of the 7 remakes to say the least, but even I know that putting at least the 2 existing titles on this platform would have been a no-brainer. But nope, let's skip it. In addition, you are charging for a glorified digital instruction manual, you have 1 first-party launch title, and no, DLC Kirby does not count. What the fuck is this? In fairness, always in fairness, because we are fair here, I think it kind of sounds worse than it probably actually is. The prices are a complete absurdity. The launch lineup is laughable. But I think most people, including myself, would be almost or near completely mollified if they added even a single additional real first-party game to the launch lineup. I'm obviously talking quite a bit of shit here, but that's because in addition to just honestly being annoyed, I view my first responsibility as advocating for consumers and customers, and I genuinely believe consumers are being thoroughly fucked here. But, again, we gotta be real. If the launch lineup was Prime 4 and Mario Kart, I might be fine. If it was just a new 3D Mario and nothing else, with Mario Kart World being delayed to, July along with Donkey Kong, I'd probably be fine too. And that is not excusing Nintendo, not at all. If anything, it's a further indictment of them because that illustrates precisely how easy it would have been for them to avoid like 90% of this fucking nonsense. See, the entire handling, or mishandling I should say, of all this stuff by Nintendo has not only been degrading and insulting to us as customers, but also just downright fiscally irresponsible. Because they were trying to obfuscate and dissemble about so many relevant details, most specifically price, they allowed this entire thing to get completely out of hand and become, yes, a fiasco. Congratulations, Nintendo, your myopic greed and unrelenting madness has officially turned the Switch 2 launch into a fiasco. Sure, it's not necessarily their fault they happened to schedule this reveal on what will likely become known as the dumbest day in world financial history, but still not great planning overall regardless. Yikes. The country is on fire, markets are collapsing in real time around the world, Switch 2 pre-orders are halted, the entire gaming industry is being disrupted by nonsensical tariffs levied by a mad king, and even Nintendo games are now approaching the $100 mark. I'm not gonna lie, this is just about as bad as I have ever seen it. About the only upside I see here is that, the South Park episode is about to be fire.
Woke up, smoke up, blunt, then I pass out. Pass out. Woke up, what up, smoke up, blunt, then I'm back down. Back down. What? Yup, woke up, smoke up, blunt, then I pass out. Pass out.